Alright guys, Luke here, and this is a Road to WrestleMania kind of video. I'm just going to talk about this week's happenings in wrestling, Raw and SmackDown, which I watched live. I watched Raw live, I watched the end of SmackDown live this week. Yeah, so the Road to WrestleMania is now underway, 5 weeks till WrestleMania. Very hyped to be watching it. As always have been for years now. There was a period where I kind of didn't really watch it every year, but now I am, without fail, will watch it every year. Really hyped up for it. So Raw. We had the fallout from the Elimination Chamber, and if you want to check out my rant on John Cena at the Elimination Chamber, then check it out here. And so this Raw, I'm not going to go through everything. Just probably the main thing, only real thing I want to talk about is the Undertaker Triple H segment, which apparently ran about 8 or 9 minutes too long, which I thought, I don't know. I mean, the Undertaker, he came out with this kind of hood over his head, and we saw the promo where his hair was cut off. Thank God. Again, if you want to see my rant on the Undertaker coming out in a wig a few weeks ago, then check it out here. That video's got over 1,000 views now, which is awesome. It's the first video I've got on here that's got 1,000 views, and it's just me sitting there talking, so that's very cool. But yeah, we saw that he cut his hair off last week in a promo. He comes out now and we don't see it. He's got a hood over and it looks a bit weird, but it fits with his character. And then he starts talking, and the promo that he did, he spoke in his normal Texan accent, not his dead man kind of slow character accent, which was interesting and different. And it just didn't do much for me. I think the crowd had something to do with it. They were chanting "what," which, you know, you never hear that in an Undertaker promo. I don't know why they were chanting that during the Undertaker promo, and he seemed to kind of lose his way a bit and stalled a couple of times. But you know, it wasn't bad or anything. Triple H comes out and they do the whole back and forth thing, and you know, it was almost a Back to the Future moment where Triple H was leaving. And Taker was like, "Well, you're just a coward, aren't you?" You know, so I just said, "What's the matter, Hunter? Chicken?" And Triple H, "Nobody calls me a chicken." You know, it was just like, I don't know, it was a classic Back to the Future moment where Triple H came back as Taker called him a coward, and then he was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna rise to it," and then he leaves again, gets to the top of the stage, and Taker calls him back again. Oh, he takes off his tie now, so it means he's really serious. And then he accepts Taker's challenge, which surprised me. I thought they were going to drag it out for weeks. I thought they might even do like a Ric Flair kind of thing where Taker had to convince Triple H, maybe like go out to Stephanie or something, you know, where to Stephanie again, you know, something like that. But I like that they've announced it now. And then Triple H was like, you know, only one condition, we're going to go all the way, Hell in a Cell. And I thought, fuck you, WWE. You made me interested in this match now. I marked out a little because, you know, you only have Hell in a Cell on pay-per-view these days, on its own pay-per-view, so to have it, you know, at a special event is awesome and different. And at WrestleMania, you know, it's been about 12, 13 years since you had a Cell match at Mania, and it's best not to remember that one. So yeah, it's going to be very, very cool to see that match, even though I was against it, and I still am in a way. I wish it would be something else and that it wouldn't take up as much time, because it is going to take up about an hour of the show, I know it, and so is Cena and Rock, which leaves very little for the rest of the cards. It's slim pickings. So we have like a promo with Taker and Triple H that ran over by 9 minutes, and this is just a promo. You know, think about the match. I'm sure it's going to be awesome, and I'm psyched for it, I'm hyped for it, but at the same time I still am like, don't go on too long, you know. Give people like Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, and to a certain extent Punk and Jericho, the time they need to give us classic wrestling. You know, Triple H Taker isn't going to be a classic wrestling match, it's going to be a classic epic brawl, hopefully. But yeah, the Cena Rock thing, Cena's promo on Raw was awesome, really enjoyed it. And that's the thing, see, in that video that I posted a couple of days ago, ranting about how Cena, you know, can be great on the mic. There we go. Just like I said, you know, and everyone knows it. When he's serious and he's intense and he's real, Cena's awesome on the mic. It's one of the best promos he's done. and you know, I agree with a lot of it. You know, I've made videos about this in the past. I'm so hot and cold with Rock. You know, on the other hand, I like him because he's a Rock. On the other hand, I've just, you know, running a bit thin for me, The Rock. But at the same time, Cena frustrates me too. So I'm kind of in two minds. I'm just gonna enjoy it at WrestleMania, I guess. But yeah, so we got Punk and Jericho, which everyone was kind of thinking, oh, this is going to be amazing, and it seems like it's really taking a back seat. Hopefully it's going to like amp up, you know, and it's going to be turned up a few notches over the next few weeks, because, you know, all the focus has been on Taker, Triple H, and Rock and Cena. You know, we get packages about Rock and Cena every single week, every single show. Taker and Triple H are getting promos every single show, 20-minute long promos, you know, every week. In the ring, and you know, Punk and Jericho is getting a few minutes of that, and not really that much attention. So hopefully it picks up, because that's the one I'm really looking forward to. I know it'll be a great match, but I hope it doesn't turn into like a like Edge Jericho. You know, it had so much promise as a feud and didn't really live up to it, even though it was a great match at WrestleMania. So yeah, but I feel pretty confident that Punk will pull out the pipe bombs and Jericho will, you know, step it up. Not that he needs to, but I'm sure Jericho will have the chance to step it up. And I think that's what that's all building to, really. I think they are going to really deliver the goods in the last few weeks of the road to WrestleMania. Because Jericho's amazing on the mic. I mean, the little kind of promo they had a few weeks ago was awesome. Gave me goosebumps a little just to kind of see those two, who are so renowned for being great on the mic, kind of going at... Well, it wasn't going at each other, it was just Jericho and Punk said nothing, but... You know, when Punk was like, you know, look at me when I'm talking to you and all that kind of stuff, that was awesome. So yeah, Raw was actually really enjoyable. Apparently, Wade Barrett has dislocated his elbow. R-Truth had to be helped to the back. Kofi Kingston was shaken up, and I think Cody Rhodes hurt himself or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how Dolph didn't hurt himself. There was a big plancha spot in the Battle Royal in the main event of Raw. And Wade Barrett kind of fell down, holding his arm, was just like, fuck, slapping the mat, so seemed pretty real. And, well, it was real, you know, I mean, you can't really fake something like that, and they'd have no reason to, anyway, so it's really bad for Wade Barrett. I mean, like, if I was him, I'd be devastated, because he's been really picking momentum up recently, and I do like Wade Barrett, and it's just a shame, really, that this close to WrestleMania, you know, he looks like he's out for a while, which is a big shame. SmackDown, I only watched the main event. I just thought I'd tune in for that, and it was worth tuning in for. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, awesome. The fact that we get to see those two wrestle each other on Raw and SmackDown this month, or you know, in the last month, a champion versus champion match is ridiculous and awesome. It makes me wonder whether Vince is still alive. It's just really weird that this is happening, but great at the same time. And they really put each other over a lot. Daniel Bryan needs putting over a lot more than Punk, but they put Daniel Bryan over a lot in this match, and it was really cool. So many little awesome things in that match with Daniel Bryan, because he's such a good wrestler. And then they had this whole GM angle where Laurinaitis and Teddy Long are kind of championing themselves as the sole general manager of the whole of the WWE. So what happened was Sheamus ran down randomly and threw Daniel Bryan in the ring, and Punk won. And then Laurinaitis restarted the match, and then Daniel Bryan won, and then Teddy Long restarted the match, yeah, and then they went on again, and they did the suplex off the top rope and pinned each other at the same time. And I was hoping that they'd restart the match again. I thought that'd be awesome, but they didn't, and it was all about, you know, Teddy Long and Laurinaitis, which was a shame. But the match itself was great, and I love the little thing that it ended 3 times. I thought it was pretty cool, actually. It was different, but I would have preferred to see him have like just a straight one-on-one match, because they had a lot of time to do it as well. Yeah, very very enjoyable. Looking forward to next week on Raw. You know, the Rock's going to be there, so that'll be, you know, we'll see how that happens. I told my fiance Rock's going to be on Raw, and she was like, "All right, well, I'll miss that one then," because she hates his long promos. She's like, "Why does he come back and just talk all the time?" So right, we're hitting 10 minutes now, so I'll sign off and I'll probably do some more of these, just kind of talking about Raw and other things like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.